Okay, last section of this part of the chapter is where we're going to get to answering the LAQ, and we're going to talk about a conflict between Greece and Persia. You will answer question number 8 and question number 7. You're also going to create a Venn diagram at the bottom of this worksheet. So, the Persian Empire. How was the Persian Empire established? The Persian Empire formed to the east of the Greek civilization. Persia was a place what is now the country of Iran. This new empire became an enemy of Greek city-states. It wanted Greek land and power. Cyrus the Great. Around 548 BCE, Cyrus the Great became the king of Persia. He then made his empire bigger by conquering the lands near Persia. He defeated the Babylonian Empire, Mesopotamia, large areas of Central Asia, and Turkey. Another Persian king who came after Cyrus was Darius the First. He continued to make the empire bigger. He took land in northern India, the kingdom of Macedonia, and the Greek islands of Limos and Imbros in the Aegean Sea. Darius and other Persian emperors created one of the largest empires of the ancient world. Darius. During his rule, Darius began many practices to help the Persians rule their large empire. He divided the empire into 23 areas, known as satrapies. Each satrapy had a chief to rule it. Darius also made everyone in the empire use one system of coins. This made it easier for people to trade and buy things. It also helped Darius collect taxes. Darius improved the roads in his empire so people would get around more quickly. The royal road ran from the coast of the Mediterranean Sea all the way to the capital of Persepolis. Some parts of the royal road were even covered with stone. Although Darius wanted to keep his empire together, he also let each area keep its own way of life. Darius usually let individual areas keep their own laws if they did not interfere with his rules. Even so, not all members of the kingdoms were happy with Persian rule. Cyrus the Great and Darius the First conquered most of Turkey. This area included the Greek colonies along the Mediterranean Black Sea coasts. Commanding this region helped the Persians gain control of the Black Sea's trade routes. These colonies did not like the Persian rulers. They rebelled in 500 BCE. They killed or forcibly removed the Persian rulers. Persia versus Greece. Why did tensions arise between Greece and Persia? King Darius sent Persian troops to stop the rebellion in the Greek colonies. In response, the Greek city-states of Athens and Aricia sent the boats and soldiers to help the Greek rebels. The Greek colonies along the Mediterranean and Black Seas had a close relationship with the city-states on the peninsula. This began a series of wars between the Greek city-states and the Persian Empire. They were known as the Persian Wars. The Persians defeated the rebellion. They regained control of the territory. However, King Darius was worried about the Greek city-states. He thought they might start another rebellion. He decided that to be safe, he would need to defeat all of Greece. Historians think Darius also wanted to take over more of Greece's trade routes. The Persian Wars. What role did Greek geography play in the Persian Wars? In 490 BCE, King Darius sent some Persian ships to defeat Greece. The soldiers landed at the city of Marathon near Athens. The Persian army was bigger than any Greek army. However, it had problems getting supplies to its troops across the Aegean Sea. The sea could be dangerous to travel on. An early attempt at invasion in 492 BCE ended when many of the Persian ships were destroyed in a storm. The natural protection of the sea helped the Greek city-states. The Persians won some early victories. However, a few Greek city-states combined forces. They beat the Persian army at the Battle of Marathon. After the defeat at Marathon, the Persian troops retreated. A legend says that an Athenian man ran from the Battle of Marathon all the way back to Athens to share the news of the victory. The first modern marathon race was run at the 1896 Olympics in Athens. This marathon mirrored the route of this legendary ancient Athenian. 10 years later, the Persian army went back to Greece. There was a new Persian king named Xerxes. He was the son of Darius. Xerxes wanted revenge for his father's defeat at Marathon and to make Greece part of the Persian Empire. However, Xerxes did not travel across the sea. Instead, his armies went around the Aegean Sea. They invaded the Greek peninsula from the north. Meanwhile, the Persian navy sailed along the Greek coastline. Xerxes. The Persians had a large army. Historians think they had about 36,000 men. All these men had to travel across the rocky and hilly terrain of Greece. Because of this, the Persian army moved slowly. This pause gave the Greek city-states time to prepare for battle. The Greek city-states worked together to try and stop Xerxes' march southward. The Athenians, who many had warships, were in charge of destroying the Persian navy. Meanwhile, the Spartan army was sent to stop the Persian ground forces. The Spartan men met the Persians at the Battle of Thermopylae. Sparta had an army of about 7,000 men. The Greeks decided to fight in a narrow canyon. The Persians could only send a few soldiers at a time into such a narrow space. This space limited the advantage the Persians had because of the size of their army. However, a Greek soldier betrayed the Spartans. He showed the Persians how to circle around behind the Spartan army. Trapped on both sides, the Spartan commander decided to let most of his army flee. He had to hold off the Persians with only 300 Spartan soldiers, as well as soldiers from Thespiae and the Thebes. Each soldier who remained behind died in the battle. Nevertheless, they held off the Persian army for about a day. This allowed the rest of the Greek troops to escape. After the Persian victory at Thermopylae, Xerxes' army conquered Athens and then burned it to the ground. Most Athenians were able to escape to the city to nearby islands. However, a battle at sea would change the course of the war. The end of the wars. How did the Persian Wars end? Although the city-state of Athens had defeated the Athenians, Although the city-state of Athens had been defeated, the Athenians still had their navy. The design of their ships allowed Greeks to travel quickly. The ships also had sharp points on the end for ramming enemy ships. In 480 BCE, the Greeks lured the Persian fleet into a narrow channel. This small waterway was between the mainland of the Greek islands of Salamis. The Greeks knew that the speed of their ships and their knowledge of the waters would help them win. The Persian ships were bigger. They could not move well in such narrow spaces. Their slowness allowed the Greeks to ram many Persian ships. Eventually, the Greeks won the Battle of Salamis. Geography. The defeat of Salamis discouraged the Persians. They waited until the next spring to attack the Greeks again. They also lost the Battle of Plataea. The Persian army withdrew, and the Persian Wars were over. Greece would remain independent from the Persian Empire. Throughout the war, the Greeks' understanding of geography played an important part of their victories against the Persians. The geography of Greece not only helped the Greeks defeat the Persian Empire, it also contributed to all factors of Greek life. The agriculture, trade, and governments of ancient Greece were all influenced by the geography of the region. Please pay attention to that last paragraph, because it's really going to help you answer to the LEQ. Okay. How did geography of ancient Greece affect the development of societies? Now, I'm taking up your LEQ. Please do not copy my words. Okay, that's not doing the work. This is here as an exemplar for you. Greek geography was unique in that the mountains, islands, and peninsulas created natural barriers that separated its societies from each other. Each city-state had a unique culture that created different systems of government and strengths, such as the strong military of Sparta. While these city-states shared one language and religion, they had frequent conflict with each other, leaving them vulnerable to attack from Persia. Okay, your last assignment on this worksheet before I go ahead and take it from you is you're going to create a Venn diagram. Just a two-way Venn diagram, two circles overlapping. Label one Persia and label one Greece. You are going to go ahead and put what they have in common in the center and what they have different in the outsides of the circle. I am not modeling this for you. I will have a cheat sheet up in the classroom somewhere, but I really want you to give this a try on your own. If you need to go back into the video or in the module, go back into just the reading part to do that, you certainly may.